Hey there, my fellow Capricorn Nation. I hope you guys are having a great week. It is now Wednesday. We're almost at the end of March. We are in Aries season right now. I just wanted to bring up a couple things because as I was shuffling, we had quite a few of the same cards again come out. So I've decided to take note of that before I do the readings and kind of let you know. Because I feel like if they keep coming out, they're very important. We did have the Four of Swords, the Temperance, the Chariot again. We did that. That came out last time I did my reading. And also the Six of Wands. Now we know with the Four of Swords, it has to do with us resting from a long strain or strenuous situation. But basically with the Four of Swords, you want to still the mind. Okay, guys? We may have problems that are still going to exist, but if our mind is rested, we are more clear-headed. We can see things in a different perspective from a different set of eyes. I know some of you guys, they might be very heavy situations with the Four of Swords, and you might just want to rest. I understand that. You could be feeling anxious about having to do something that you may not really want to do, but you know you got to get it done, right? So I think for me, I have a Gemini moon, so I think that enhances that as well with that Gemini moon. Luckily, I'm at 0, so I got Taurus to kind of balance that out, thankfully. Thank you, Taurus. But sometimes we could be, a lot of times, many of us, we imagine what our perceived future events could be, and so we might be full of hope, but then we also could be full of worry, depending on how we're perceiving it. So when we get like that, you want to take the time out. You want to quiet your mind so that you can hear the truth of the situation or the message as well. And then now we do have the Temperance. With the Temperance, it means basically nothing more, nothing less than perfection. But perfection and truth are not absolute. They vary according to the situation or the moment that we are in. But luckily with Temperance, it's a card of peace and grace. So if you are aware, if you're listening, you'll know what the right thing to do is. Okay, guys? So that's perfect, I think, with the Four of Swords and the Temperance. And then once you make the decision with the Chariot again, the Chariot will also help us because we do have the skills and the knowledge to harness any contrary energies and steer it in the right direction, especially once we are moving in the right direction where we are supposed to go. So I want you to keep that in mind, which I think is also interesting because with the Temperance being, it's at the center of the Wheel of Fortune, guys. So remember that if you know how the Wheel of Fortune spins. So if you don't want to be tossed around by situations in life and basically getting thrown aback in a way, you want to make Temperance as your goal so it can help you balance out contrary energies as well as, kind of make sure that we don't have our head down up in the clouds. So just know that whatever situation is happening, that you are in perfect control of yourself. Okay, so don't let the events sway you. You know what to do, Capricorn, alrighty? And then the last one we do have is the Six of Wands. As we know, that's a recognition of achievement. So just know that as you are working through all of that, just know that people are paying attention. People are watching, okay? People are noticing, already. And as we know, like with the Six of Wands, it's about, a hero, coming into town. He like saves the day. But he also acknowledges that he could not be a hero without the people, right? So the hero and the people go together. It's kind of like life when we have a goal, we have a direction that we want to go, and there are people out there that inspire us to move in that direction. That would be considered like the hero, alrighty? The hero shows us everything that we need to succeed going in the direction of our goals and our dreams. So, but also with the Six of Wands, there's 2 points of view. There's 2 truths that are being weaved together to create a single experience. So again, the hero cannot be a hero without us, okay? Without the common person, you know, the lay people as well. Because the hero is here to inspire us, to show us that we all can be the hero in our own life, okay guys? We all can be the hero in our own life. So when we are able to realize and recognize other people's strength, their will, and their determination, we also can, if we can recognize that we also have that within our own life to tap into and use it, I guarantee you, Capricorns, you guys will succeed, okay? So keep that all in mind, alrighty? Because once we are absolutely sure, because that Chariot keeps coming out, whatever difficulties are there, use it to propel yourself forward. I always tell my kid that. Do not give in to the obstacles and the challenges, because with each obstacle and each challenge, Capricorns, if we use it and harness that energy in the proper way, in the right direction, eventually, even if it doesn't feel like it's going to break through, it will break through. So remember that, all right? Alrighty, so now we're going to start the reading. This is for Aries season. So we'll see what we got going on for the rest of Aries season. Aries is a very special season for me. He was like my brother and family to me, had passed away almost 2 years ago on Thanksgiving. He was Aries. We were very similar, I find. So I find that Capricorns and Aries are very similar. I don't know about you guys. If you do too, let me know. But I find, I think it's very interesting. So I really believe that this Aries season, even though we do have Mercury retrograding, but that's more towards Taurus season. So it'll be retrograding in another fellow Earth sign. Alrighty. Let's see, what do we got? Alrighty, so the first card that came out is Judgment. It's the second to the last major arcana card in the major arcana. So I find that to be kind of interesting, right? So with the Judgment, it has to do also with releasing, letting go, also self-evaluation too, which I'm not surprised. You know, I don't know about you, but a lot of Capricorns I know are very good at self-evaluation, and I don't know about you either, but I've been doing it for a very long time. It feels like forever, probably since Pluto got in Capricorn in 2008. But this also has to do with renewal, revival, awakenings, as well as being rewarded for past efforts too. So I think that's kind of cool, because of the cards that I was just talking to you about that came out while I was shuffling more than once. Alright, so let's see what they say about Judgment in here. We're just checking out the Steampunk Tarot Manual, because I like their stuff too, that they have a little bit of a different perspective sometimes than the traditional tarot, so I think that is cool. So they say, Judgment, when the music beats to the rhythm of your heart and echoes the melody of your soul, you can only ignore it for so long. I'm going to repeat that, okay, because I feel like there's some Capricorns out there that really need to hear that. This is amazing. When the music beats to the rhythm of your heart and echoes the melody of your soul, you can only ignore it for so long. And why would you want to ignore it? Okay, if something makes your heart and your soul sing, and go with it. You've got to go with it. So the core meaning of this says hearing and heeding a call. So I also believe that's kind of interesting, because we did have the Six of Wands that popped out quite a few times while I was shuffling all these cards. So basically, you already know what you're supposed to do. If you are honest with yourself, it'll be very clear. When this card calls you to a reading, it is a clear sign that yes, you should do whatever that you have been thinking of doing. Yes, Capricorn, you should be doing whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing. And all the stuff that I told you at the beginning, you know, if you got to rest your mind a little bit, you know, to get more information before you take that next step, that's okay. That's okay, alrighty? So I don't know if this is going to be a love situation or a career situation or a life, you know, but we'll find out, right? So what else do we got for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know? Alrighty, so that's kind of interesting. We do now have the moon, which is also Pisces energy. You might have Pisces in your chart, or you might be dealing with somebody that is a Pisces or has it in their chart too. I also find that this is interesting because we do have planets and things associated with water signs, okay? So I think this is very auspicious. So there might also be some things in your life that are, you know, maybe there's some things that are illusions. You're not really looking at it, you know, in the right perspective. You know, you also could be going back and forth, fluctuating with your emotions as well. You might be confused about something, or have some kind of secrets, or somebody has some kind of something that, a hidden secret. Maybe they want to tell you. I don't know. You know your story better than anybody else. And if this is your situation, please let me know. Tap that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow and helps more Capricorns come over. And the more we are connected with each other, there's a thing about power in numbers. Okay, so remember that as well. Alrighty, now this is really interesting as well. So everything seems to reflect the cards that fell out and the situation I was talking to you about, because there's that Hangman. Being able to see things from a different perspective. You may have to, you know, sit for a while. It's kind of like, you know, because if you're not quite sure, you're not absolutely clear. It could also mean that you might want to shift your perspective, guys, as well. Especially if you're doing things in the same way over and over again, and if it's not working out, it's time to stop doing it and reflect. And more than likely, you will definitely see things from a different situation, a different perspective. So just remember that as well. Alrighty, now here's the King of Cups, guys. He's got his little glass. He's looking at you. He's like, hey, Capricorn, what's up? Now, we did have the moon energy, like after the Judgment card, yes. So here's this King of Cups. He's water. He's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, which may also be significant to you as well. Alrighty, I do know that Mars left Gemini and now is in Cancer. So those kind of energies could be of significance for you as well. Or there's a King of Cups that's a water sign, or resembles the energies of a King of Cups, which is basically a very warm, thoughtful person. He has a very caring and creative profession, things that he does. He could be, you know, working with animals. He could be, you know, anything that pulls at the heartstrings, you know what I mean? Things like that. With his work, he's also balanced between his heart and his mind. And he's a very devoted king, so if you don't know anybody that resembles that King of Cups, then that means this King of Cups is going to be showing up pretty soon in your near future. Okay, what else do we got for Capricorns? What else do we got going on for Capricorns in Aries season? This is also Wednesday. Get over the hump day. And by the way, guys, thank you for everybody that has subscribed to the channel and left comments and also leaving the likes. I do appreciate it. It does let me know that I am truly connecting with my fellow Capricorns. It makes me happy to see. Alrighty, so now we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Now, the Seven of Cups, again, that's come out quite a bit recently. That has to do with choices, right? You might be feeling overwhelmed. There might be a lot of different choices, things that you got to choose, to, you know, as well. I know, I kind of understand that one right now. I have a lot of things going on as well that I can feel overwhelmed at times. Alrighty, this has to do also with daydreaming. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, I just saw on the bottom of the deck we do have the Lovers and the Nine of Swords, the Fool, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, well that's kind of interesting. Okay, so Lovers is Gemini energy. That's also air energy. It's also a choice in love. So there could be some Capricorns out there. You know, that's what the Judgment could be all about. Maybe you have some kind of choice in love with that Judgment card as well, or you might have to obviously, you know, release or let go of one of them. We know, if that's what you would like, right? But now with the Moon and the Nine of Swords, guys, so as we know with the Nine of Swords, it's in our damn head, worried about this, worried about that. What if I do this? What if I do that? What is the outcome? And I think that's pretty interesting, if you ask me, because of the cards that came out before, while I was shuffling, right? So also the Moon is things that are hidden and you don't see. So it could be, you know, some things that you're not seeing are the culprit as to why you guys are having a hard time sleeping at night in your head. Maybe some of you guys got lots of headaches and stuff like that. I know when I get into my head for too long, I don't sleep well, and my head starts to hurt a lot, and my eyes kind of get all funny and things like that. So remember, guys, this is really important, and I have to remind myself all the time that there are some things we have no control over, and there are other things that we do have control over. The only thing we truly have control over is how we react and respond to things that we may not like. Okay, and so that could be why the Four of Swords kept popping out. Some of you guys need to just kind of rest. You know what I mean? That could be it. Have some kind of patience with yourself as well. But once you start seeing things from a different perspective, Capricorn, there's the Fool. Alrighty, now that is the very first major arcana, and that's basically getting ready to jump and leap into a new situation. Alrighty, and I like that because it's clarifying that Hangman, guys, you know. So once you find a way to get out of your head, whatever's got you in that Nine of Swords energy. It is clarifying the Moon, so maybe you don't even know what it is. I know at times I want to cry, and I have no freaking reason why. I don't know the reason why I want to. I just, you know, there's a part of me that just wants to break down and just bawl my eyes out. Of course, I am your typical Capricorn. I don't like feeling that way. I don't like not knowing why I want to cry. You know, it makes me uncomfortable because I'm in my feelings. So I don't know how many Capricorns out there can relate, but can't wait to tell you this. But once you get through that, you know, once you see things from a different perspective, I know you guys are going to rest more, and you're going to actually see with clear eyes, you know, because there must be a water sign that is headed your way, because now there it is, Eight of Wands. That's Cupid's arrow, as we know. Eight of Wands is one of the fastest moving cards in the deck, next to the Knight of Swords. It's fast progress after delays as well. It's going on an exciting travel adventure as well. It has to do with sudden changes. So whoever this King of Cups is, I do believe that it's somebody in your environment. And if you don't know who they are right now, guys, you will pretty soon. Okay, so just remember that, and it's all going to happen very, very fast. Alrighty, guys? Alright, now clarifying the Seven of Cups, we do have the Eight of Pentacles here. As we know, the Eight of Pentacles has to do with a new job, but it's also some kind of new money-making venture, using some kind of skill or craft or something that you are you're very good at, right? From a talent of yours. It also has to do with being committed and dedicated as well. Alrighty, so underneath that, now we have the first and the fastest moving one in the whole deck, the Knight of Swords. Okay, guys? There's that Knight of Swords. It's very swift moving. So sometimes I think with that Seven of Cups, you guys may have a choice in love, like we were talking about, you know, and it might have you in your head because maybe they're both kind of, you know, they both have something awesome to offer you, but it might be bringing up some kind of thing that you don't realize that is bringing up with that Moon and that Nine of Swords, guys. Alrighty, so once you can get to the root of that, then you'll understand, I feel, a lot better. So we cannot control outer situations as much as how we respond to it. I'm going to say that again. And so once we let go of the reins and trying to control how the situation is going to turn out, we are going to start seeing things from a different perspective, and we'll be ready to jump into something new. And it's going to happen very, very quickly. It's something associated with this King of Cups, the energy of it, even if it's not a water sign. It may not be, you know. I try not to get into that all too much. I feel it's more the energy of the cards. And I don't know, like with me, if I get bogged down by, maybe there are a lot of choices and stuff like that. You might have a lot of options and choices in the kind of work that you do. So I feel if you can fine-tune that down, you know, pick the one things that speak to, again, to your heart and your soul, as we were talking about earlier from the cards that did come out. I think that's linked to temperance. So you guys also could be connecting with a Sagittarius too. Alrighty, guys. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to do the Light Seers Tarot and see what comes out. And then I think we'll close the reading. I may or may not do another one. We'll see. But I think this is pretty awesome. It basically goes with what I was talking about with the other cards. Just clarifies it more. But whatever it is, you know, and again, if you get bogged down by choices, maybe just focus on what you can do work-wise, you know. If you're a Capricorn like me, when I do that, that's usually when things start to kind of work themselves out, okay? Just keep moving forward. Don't let any kind of obstacles in your way deter you guys, okay? See that, try to see them for what they are. Alrighty? Okay, some of you guys might have had some kind of heartbreaking situation either recently or sometime in the past. That could be why with these two lovers that if they're not in your environment, they should be soon. But maybe they remind you of some kind of situation in the past. Alright, but try not to connect anybody to somebody from the past because they may have some kind of, they might share the same type of similarities. But at the end of the day, if we compare it to somebody from the past, we're not really opening up and really giving it a shot. Okay, guys? So whatever person put you in a third-party situation and they're no longer in your life, just let it rest. Let that energy move past so it doesn't interfere with, you know, having a new love situation and stuff. All right, so now we do have the Queen of Cups. Remember we were talking about the King of Cups? Now the Queen of Cups is there. She is the counterpart to the King of Cups. So you guys also might have significant water in your chart as well, Capricorns. I have a little bit of water. I know I have a lot of earth and fire. Alrighty, so with that Queen of Cups, she's a very kind and thoughtful, sensitive type person. She's very caring. She could be associated with healing work, like Reiki healing, tarots, anything, you know, anything like that. Somebody who uses things like the law of attraction or some kind of energy healing work, okay? But this person is very supportive and kind. Okay, so it could be that's the kind of person that you want. Somebody who's going to be very kind and nurturing with you as well. But now we have, again, we have the Eight of Wands that is showing up again already. So this situation, if it hasn't happened, It's going to happen very, very fast. Once you get out of that Nine of Swords energy, once you understand whatever that moon, whatever that is hidden, that has caused you in your head and not sleeping well, maybe having headaches and a lot of anxiety. Again, swords are being in our head, so that could be, you might be perceiving an outcome to happen, and from an experience that you had in the past. So if you can keep an open mind, let that kind of energy flow through you just like the flu does. Let it take its natural course. Allow it to take its natural course, Capricorns. Again, we have the Eight of Wands. You guys, some of you guys might be traveling to go meet up with somebody that you could have met online. Somebody that you just, maybe you ran into somewhere. You guys have been communicating. But it looks like somebody is definitely throwing Cupid's arrows, because we do have the Eight of Wands twice, guys. Okay? You may or may not know who this person is. Okay, so now I got two cards that flipped out. I will start with the first one, which I like this. So now with the Hangman and the Fool, you know, now when we finally pull out whatever that moon energy is within our life, things are going to start opening up. You're going to start seeing things with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective. And that's when you're going to be ready to, you know, to jump in with the Fool. And then we have the Queen of Swords. I like the Queen of Swords. For me personally, I feel that she's very Capricornian as well. Because with the Queen of Swords, she's very perceptive. She's efficient. She's a no-nonsense type person who is also honest. She's fair, and she's extremely independent. So I think whoever this Queen of Cups or this King of Cups person, Capricorn, that's how they perceive you. That's how they see you. I really believe that. So I think that's awesome. And now, clarifying the King of Cups and the Eight of Wands. There it is. There's that Wheel of Fortune, guys. And then I was talking about how with the Temperance, because the Temperance came out from all the cards that I shuffled. It kept coming out over and over again. And we know that the Temperance is at the center of the wheel. So I could be talking to Capricorns like me who have strong Sagittarius in their chart as well. I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius Capricorn. And I also have a triple stellium in Capricorn and Sagittarius myself. So, absolutely, I don't like, you know. Again, they're talking, right? Because the wheel's moving, right? So we don't want to be shuffled up in the chaos, right? But you might end up having these two choices in love. They both might be shooting Cupid's arrows at you guys as well. It might feel a little chaotic and hectic, okay? Could be, you know. But that has to do with fate, karma, things moving in our best direction, right? It's a predestined situation. And I love it, I love it, I love it. Yes, Capricorn, yes, yes, yes. Look at this now. Here's our Two of Cups. This is an important spiritual union. We all know that. Some of you guys could be reconciliating with somebody. Also has to do with having a balanced relationship, bonding and, you know, attractions and things like that. So, you could have all these choices, Capricorn. But with the Eight of Pentacles, you know, that has to do basically. It could be that you just want somebody who's dedicated to you as well. A strong commitment and stuff like that. But I think that is really awesome. That is really awesome, guys. I do like it a lot. Let's see, what else do we got here? This is awesome. I think both of the people that you are connecting with could also shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry about that. If the Queen of Swords isn't you, Capricorn, that means that one of these choices, because you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well, or you could be a Capricorn on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius too as well. But if that's not your energy, this is how this one of these people see you already. That could be why they are shooting Cupid's arrows at you. They love the fact that you are no nonsense, you are no BS type person. You are, they love that quality about you, okay? And that's what keeps them attracted to you. But one of them, I feel, is the best person for you as well. Alrighty, and once you decide who that is, once you get that figured out, Capricorn, there's nothing stopping you. Look at that. She's got her arms stretched out, and you know, she's just getting ready to jump. Once you decide, don't hold back. Don't hold yourself back. And if that is somebody else, and that's not you, that means that they are all in, and they are not going to be holding their self back as well. Alright, from you guys, because we do have the Knight of Swords here as well. Like I said, it's very fast moving. It can feel very chaotic as well. And what I'm going to show you here, we do have the Knight of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. Now, I know if you're like me, that Knight of Pentacles, depending on where it shows up, I never like to see the Knight of Pentacles. He's the slowest freaking moving card in the whole darn deck. Alrighty, he also reminds me of a young Capricorn person as well, because when we're young, it takes a Capricorn a very long time. When we are striving for success, it does take us a very long time. We age gracefully. We also are successors later in life. Alrighty, so with that Knight of Pentacles and then that Ten of Swords, Capricorns, you guys might have felt disappointed in the past. You might have been feeling disappointment for a very long time. Might have felt like you've been in a dead end situation for a really long time as well. You know, to the point where you just didn't think it was ever going to end, but it is ending, Capricorn, because there she is. She's walking towards the sun already, and so she's heading off. She's getting rid of those swords energy. She's dropping it. It's the end of this cycle, okay? It's done. It has taken a very long time. I know. But it's done, and you need to know that. Alrighty, guys? We are rapidly moving in a better direction. Okay, guys? Just, you have to know that. We do have the Four of Wands as well. That is the commitment card. That is the 1111 card. It has to do with stability, celebrations, also reunions. So some of you guys may reunite with somebody in the past. Alrighty? But if there was any cause of problems, you're going to let them know. This is it. This last time. I am not dealing with this ever again. Let's work through this. And if we cannot, then we need to part. So that's how I feel about that. That might be for some of you as well. Alrighty, so we have the King of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Wheel, and here we are. There we are, Capricorn. There's our King of Pentacles. So the person that you end up being with, they may have a dog. You guys could have a dog as well. So keep that in mind. They may be an earth sign or have strong earth placements in their chart. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Alrighty. But he is a comfortable king, right? He is a guy that also deals with finances and figures, you know. Which definitely is not me. I know that much. Again, the Two of Cups, we do have the Hierophant. Okay, that's a spiritual connection. This is definitely meant to be. And it'll be like finding your other half, guys. I truly believe that. I'm not big on talking about soulmates and twins and stuff like that. I do believe soulmates. We do have soulmates, not just in love. My best friend who passed away now 8 years ago was a very strong soul bond. But we were very much alike. so that's why we were friends instead of lovers. So, but that's how I perceive soulmates. It's not so much just like our other half in love. It can be any type of soulmate. You know, usually soulmates help us grow and learn and stuff like that. And I think people sometimes misunderstand that. Alrighty, so now we have the Justice card. So Justice will win out in the end. Alright, there might have been, again, because I did see the Three of Swords a couple times, this situation might have been at a stalemate, been stuck kind of thing going on, and then could have been somebody in the way, interfering with the connection. Maybe they realize how much potential the two of you guys have together, and maybe it bothered them. They could have been an ex-spouse, an ex-friend, or somebody that, you know, wanted something with this person as well. So keep that in mind. And so now we do have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. Alrighty, guys. So I feel like whatever person that you do choose from, choose the person that makes you feel like your heart sings. Okay, we did talk about that. And if you need to take some time for yourself and stuff until you can see things in the right perspective, right? The way you need to see it. This is really good, guys. It looks like to me, once the two of you take that next step, it's going to happen rather fast. You must simply make up your mind, kind of like the Chariot, right? Yes, you might see some kind of obstacles, but that's usually a perception from an experience in the past. If it's not somebody that you're thinking of reconciling with, that you've already been with in the past. But that's for some of you. But for most of you, I feel like, because to me this feels like a new situation already. And if you don't know who these people are, you'll know. You'll know. Some of you guys still have to do a little bit of extra work, releasing the Swords energy, and things like that. Sometimes we have to bring up things that are hidden, and in order to do that, we got to let the things play out in our mind and our heart, okay? So this is definitely going to be a nice balanced relationship with that King of Cups, because the King of Cups, he's very balanced in his heart and his mind. So, and I love the fact that the King of Pentacles is here too. This is awesome, guys. I can't wait to hear your story. I'm excited for you guys. Oh, I hope this is my situation too. I'm ready to get out into the dating scene. I haven't dated in 10 years. So, not because I can't or anything. I just, I've been taking a lot of time dealing probably with Pluto's energy rolling through Capricorn's first house these last 15 years. So, plus being a mom, a single parent, I spent a lot of time, you know, taking care of me and my child as well. So this is exciting. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear your situation. Again, if this is your story, if you need to reverse the roles, go ahead and do that too as well. Again, this is a general reading, so I don't really know you guys' situation offhand. I'm just reading the cards, and downloading the messages as I see them and hear them. Alrighty, guys? And if you're new to the channel, this is a Capricorn channel. You can have Capricorn placements wherever in your chart. It doesn't matter. If you have Capricorn in your chart, this is the place to be. Alright, guys? Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope if you don't see the next reading or whatnot, or if you don't come back for another week or so, that's okay. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and remember, Mercury is going to retrograde in mid-month of April, so keep that in mind as well. Alright, guys, have a great day. I'm going to show you the cards so you can see. Alright, this situation is going to move fast. I would say within the next 3 months, okay? Keep that in mind as well. It's not going to happen overnight. Some of you, it could happen overnight, once you just simply make up your mind, where there's no question, no doubt, no hesitation, right? If you need to get into that Queen of Swords energy, you know, use it to your advantage in the best of your abilities, and this is such a great reading. It's definitely meant to be. It's a very spiritual. You guys will be of sound mind and heart, and you guys will be very connected in this situation. And that's why I feel that it's going to move rather swiftly towards your Ten of Cups, right? Because we have the Knight of Swords clarifying the Ten of Cups, and we know the Ten of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards to get in the tarot deck. And cup has to do with love and emotions, right? So definitely it's going to move fast into a major commitment for you guys. Alrighty, I don't know if it's going to be for the rest of your life. That's for you guys to decide, but it is going to be a huge connection. Alrighty, and it could take you by surprise and get you in your head too, as well. Going, you know, maybe you weren't ready for it, or you think you're not ready for it. But if it comes, again, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. If you're not ready to jump all in, and that's okay too. Alright guys, love you very much. Talk with you soon. Aloha.